Hello and welcome to Filmed in Utah Season 2. I'm so excited to be bringing this season to you guys this week because we've got so many cool things happening. Today we're talking to Jason Manning, who's the director of All I've Got. Now they just barely had a screening of their film just for cast and crew. It hasn't premiered yet, but you're going to be able to see the interview that I just barely had with him. Also, what does it take to run a studio nowadays? Maybe you should ask a studio owner. So we're talking to Scott Warren at Adaptive Studios. And did you hear that? Did something sound a little weird in your recordings? Well, then that's probably because you need a real sound professional. And that's why we have Bob on set today at Sound Speeding. It's all coming up on Filmed in Utah. Hello and welcome to Filmed in Utah. My guest today is Bob Melanson, or tell me how we're saying the last name. Melanson. You know what? You got the New Orleans version, you got the Canadian version, and then you got the Utah version, which is completely different from everywhere else. Now, Bob, you are the sound guy that everyone needs to know about in Utah. And because a lot of local productions screw up their sound more than anything else, we needed to have you on the show. Tell us, what should independent filmmakers be looking at when they're looking at how to have the very best sound on their show?
Number one, hire someone that has experience.
Absolutely.
Number two, locations. And take your sound guy out to the locations with you to help give the thumbs up on the location, because sound guys are the ears of the whole production. Everyone else is looking at the picture. The first time anyone hears sound is if a director or producer has a headset on,
right,
or the sound guy, production sound on set. The next step is in post-production when the pre-editor is syncing everything up, you know, and he's not listening for quality of sound. He's just lining up the smacks.
He's just trying to get the dialogue to match.
So the next time that gets heard is the editor.
Yeah.
And the editor's not looking to sweeten the sound or make it sound good. He's just getting all the clips edited together.
Right.
The next time it really gets listened to is sound mix. So you don't know what you have until that guy or girl or whoever's doing the sound mix has that. So that brings us to number three. Always have a budget for sound, whether it's pre-production, having your sound guy come out on location and give the thumbs up, production, where you want to hire the right guy for the job, use your ears for the whole production, so you have to have a lot of trust in that person. And post-production is something that's often overlooked because a lot of new filmmakers or even just new directors that are taking on this project will send it off to the editor and kind of expect after it hits the editor, it's ready to be released.
Right.
And, if your editor is that good, like I know a couple that are really good, if you give it to an editor that's that good, then great.
Right.
But chances are that editor's a good editor, and there's a sound guy that's a good sound guy that he's going to pass it off to.
Let's go! Flight mode! Gross. Sour pulse attack!
Hi, my name is Claire and I'm with Square One Fitness. The question of the day is, what kind of food should your cast and crew be eating? The kind of food that your cast and crew should be eating is fruits and vegetables. The reason why is it's going to make their energy levels stay up higher. And normally what you see your cast and crew eating is donuts, sodas, and other types of junk food like chips. What that does is when they eat that kind of food, that's going to make it so that their energy levels are only up to like 5 minutes, and then they're going to be sluggish for the rest of the day. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to go into Square One Fitness. Just ask for Claire. I'm also a boot camp instructor and personal trainer.
I've always thought it'd be cool to be featured on, like with the Orchestra Temple Square, like with Motown. Just something where we're televised so that the world could see that brass band is alive, you know? And see that we really do exist still and we love it.
Today we are at a high school and we're shooting a music video of the Salt Lake City Pops Orchestra. They're on stage right now, and it's a song called Falling Slowly. You probably know it, and I get the privilege of singing that duet with a friend of mine, Jessie Funk. She's amazing. And so right now they're shooting all the B-roll stuff of the orchestra on stage. They sound incredible. I think you guys are gonna love this.
The Salt Lake Pops Orchestra is an orchestra that plays popular music with the idea that we want to make orchestral music popular. And in order to do that, we actually give away the sheet music for all of our covers for free. So we do Bruno Mars and Katy Perry and things that are really popular.
I was so excited to be a part of this because Nathaniel Drew, the conductor, and I are really good friends, and I really love orchestras. I love to go watch symphonies. I'm a huge fan of orchestral music, and I was just really excited to be a part of something like this, and to sing with a symphony was a dream come true for me.
The best experience I've had on this video shoot so far versus the other one that we did with the Salt Lake City Pops Orchestra, Firework, I'm not sure if you saw it. If you haven't, check it out. I think you'll dig it. Is that this one has no mosquitoes. When we were out at Utah Lake, there were clouds of not mosquitoes, they were like hummingbirds. It was a wall of them all over the place. And coming from a guy who has multiple sclerosis and believed to have MS because of West Nile virus, I'm not a big fan of the mosquitoes. So this is a dream.
Oh, David Osman, what a diva. He's hard to deal with. He's always in his trailer. Just kidding. He's so cool. We're good friends. He's a really great guy, and he just has an incredible voice, and I feel really lucky to be able to sing with him on this.
Apparently we're about to go here, so I need to head on over, and I'm going to start conducting here. So.
Fall through me and always fool me, and I can't react in games that never amount to more than they're meant, will play themselves out. Falling slowly, eyes that know me, and I can't go back. Wounds that take me and erase me, and I let it lie. You have suffered enough and warred with yourself. It's time that you won. Take this sinking
Welcome back. I'm here with Scott Warren, no relation. But Scott is he has a production company called Adaptive Production, or Adaptive Studios.
Adaptive Studios.
And that's up in Salt Lake. You guys have got a pretty cool team up there. You guys have got your own sound stages and
not sound stages.
No, not sound stages. What do you have up there?
They're stages that aren't made for sound. Not like this.
Right.
So,
this would be a sound stage.
Exactly. It's more for special effects, green screen type stuff, music videos. So. And
we'll make sure we have all the contact information for Adaptive. But I've known Scott for years. I think we met each other together to work on a really horrible web series that I wrote called Huntsville, and it was a good learning experience. That's what I like to call it.
I call it my first film school.
Yes, we learned a lot about what not to do.
Yep, and a lot of never mind.
But I think over the years, the cool thing is we haven't stopped.
Nope.
We keep going and we keep getting better. Hopefully, we're getting better, and it keeps leading to more opportunities. Yep. What are some of the projects you've been working on lately?
I just got off with Disney on The Lone Ranger, and I was just doing a production assistant on that. I kind of wanted to get the feel of the whole big Hollywood type sets. It was a lot of fun, really hot.
So there's definitely an industry here.
Oh yeah.
So that's one of the interesting things is we have a lot of people in Utah. For some reason, they feel they have to leave the state to work. Are you finding that there's just no opportunities?
Oh no, not a chance. I mean, the crews here are very professional, so they decided that they want to come back here and shoot a pilot in the fall. They like our incentives as well, and they said our crews work really well together. So they want to come back here and film again. So
as they should. And then you've also been working on so many films, shorts and features, and you got music videos and web series. It's just non-stop. And you guys are everywhere. Now, and you guys, real quick before we run out of time, what is it that Adaptive Services does so that everyone knows about you guys?
We do pretty much anything any other production company would. We take concepts and we'll run from the beginning concept and go all the way to post-production. We have a post-production house inside our studio, so we can do editing.
That'd be so cool. So guys, if you're looking for anything as far as getting your production films, all your productions made, whether TV, film, web series, or whatever, you really need to take a look at Adaptive Studios. All their information is going to be at filmedinutah.com. And when we come back, we're going to be talking to some more awesome filmmakers in the state. You're watching Filmed in Utah.
Now it's time for Know Your Role, where you can find out exactly what everyone does in the entertainment industry. Today we're taking a look at gaffers. The gaffer is the head electrician. This means that they are in charge of all the lighting personnel. This includes all the grips. So how did they get this name? I have absolutely no clue. But rumor has it that the name gaffer predates the sound era in a time when electricity was used to a lesser degree than today. The early stages had canvas roofs that were open and closed to emit varying degrees of light. This canvas was moved with large gaffing hooks, which had been traditionally used to land large fish. I won't swear that this is the actual reason they call them gaffers, but it is the only explanation I've heard that sounds reasonable. If you'd like to know more information on different jobs in the entertainment industry, you can find them at filmedinutah.com.
Right now, over 13 million people are affected by famine, war, and drought in the Horn of Africa. So I need you to do more than just watch me. I need you to act now. Tweet, post, whatever. Just forward. Because saving lives doesn't take a lot. It just takes a lot of us. And it's why I want you to forward these facts. The more people who know, the more money we can raise. And the more money we raise, the more people we can help. Text GIVE to 777-444 to donate $10 and forward the facts. $10 can feed a family of 6 for 2 days. $10 can vaccinate 17 children against measles. $10 can feed a child for 10 days. So go ahead, forward me to everyone you know. And to those people who just got this, now it's your turn.
Tired of all those books that are piling up? Then, get rid of those stacks and pick up the Dédicaces ebook reader. With it, you'll get 300 classic books, 25 audiobooks, 10 pieces of music, and 2 audio conferences. The Dédicaces ebook reader allows you to download hundreds of books from the internet and read them wherever and whenever you want. View videos, photos, and listen to your favorite music. Get a bonus leather carrying case with purchase. The Dédicaces ebook reader for optimal reading comfort.
I'd like to take just a moment to say thank you to all those that support Filmed in Utah. It's through your efforts as filmmakers or support services that help keep this show going. I'd really like to thank all those that have been able to help Filmed in Utah financially. Without your support, we wouldn't even be able to get to the locations where these filmmakers are filming at. So once again, thank you so much for your support in Filmed in Utah. If you would like information on becoming a sponsor, you can find that at filmedinutah.com. I love free stuff, and I hope you do too, because, well, free stuff's better than paying for it, right? Yes. Now, the question is, how much fun is it to have something that you can't even read? If I gave you a book and it was in a language you couldn't understand, that wouldn't help you, would it? No. So that's something our Spanish-speaking audience has had to put up with for way too long, but no more. I have got a book for you guys. It is in Spanish, finally. Cuentos de Hadas. This is a fantastic book. If you would like to read it in Spanish, this is the one for you. If you'd like this book, send me an email at filmedinutah@gmail.com and put in the name of the title, and the first person who does that, it's yours. Now, you've also seen that we've been wanting to give away this. This is the Éditions Dédicaces e-reader. This is available if you collect all the keywords. Now, last week we had a keyword, and this week we have a new one. This one's going to be pretty easy because it's going to be Éditions Dédicaces.
Music, 1970s music.
Dad.
Gary, it's past 10. You should be sleeping.
Love you, Dad. Don't worry, Mom. I have a plan.
Whatever you're up to, I don't want to know.
Ask not what your kitchen can do for you, but what you can do for your kitchen.
Woohoo! What do we want? French fries!
Damn, bro, I can't believe they're finally letting you go.
2 years. Long time.
Margot, she told me you're leaving for LA.
Now, if you need anything, just call, okay?
I will.
I love you, son.
I love you too tight, Mom.
Oh.
Whoa, too tight. Love you.
Bye.
So what's your name?
Tree.
Take It Easy Records. It's my place. I'm a record producer. Well, I just bought this place. You got a band?
You just had a plan to be famous.
Rock and roll.
Welcome back to Filmed in Utah. I've got Jason Manning with me, and he's the director of All I've Got, which is kind of fun. I want you to tell me a little bit what the whole movie's about and what was it like to make it. So let's start off with what is All I've Got all about?
Well, it's based on the true life and music of Gary Way, obviously. He died in 1974. He was a struggling artist, dedicated to his family, his mom. He lost his dad very young. And sacrificed a lot of himself to help take care of his family after his dad died. So he passed up a lot of opportunities to chase his own dreams, so to speak.
So what drew you to this project?
The story. It's amazing. The music is amazing. It's just full of classic music that's never been heard before. So the way I wrote it, every song has its place in the movie. So you could actually just listen to the soundtrack and kind of know what's going on throughout Gary's life. So that part was really fun, and it helped me in the writing process.
You had a choice on filming this pretty much anywhere, but why did you choose to film it in Utah?
Well, a few reasons. One is it all took place in Utah. Gary was originally from Utah. We actually filmed in the house that Gary grew up in, which is cool.
Well, that's nice. Gives a little bit of authenticity there.
Yeah, complete authenticity. Yeah, it was the actual home. We actually used the poster is actually Gary's guitar. We had a lot of stuff right here in Utah. Gary's his furniture, his alarm clock, some pictures and stuff he had hanging on the wall. It just made sense to film it in Utah, and that and the fact that I'm from Utah helps. I didn't have to drive very far.
But when you're in a place like Utah, one of the things that people may question is, do you have the resources? Is there an infrastructure here that provides for good filmmaking? I mean, sure, we've got Bob, and everyone knows Bob's a great sound guy. But when you're talking about things like camera operators, other crew personnel, assistant directors, did you have any problem with the crew trying to get an able-bodied crew involved in this, or did you find that wasn't such a big problem?
Utah's a mecca for filmmaking. Utah's huge. It's Smalleywood.
It's Smalleywood. I like that. I'm stealing that.
You can steal that. I stole it, so feel free to steal it yourself. But yeah, Utah, making movies, honestly, I don't know why anyone would go to Hollywood to make a movie.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed our very first episode of Filmed in Utah. I know I had a blast making it here. We are actually at Rock Canyon Studios, so if you want to come and be a part of the show, either as part of the crew, one of our guests, or just a part of the audience, feel free to take a look at our website at filmedinutah.com to find out how you can do that. Well, guys, I had an absolute blast, and I can't wait to show you next week's episode. So until next week, I'm Warren Workman. Keep filming, Utah.
The 9/11 Memorial will honor my partner and the officers who responded that morning.
It's for my brother.
And my 343 brothers who didn't make it.
It's about hope for the future.
So we always remember September 11th.
For my husband who never came home.
And the first responders who saved my life.
This shows the world that we can rebuild.
That we are united.
And that we are strong.
Because the best of humanity can overcome the worst hate.
It's for all the heroes like my dad.
This year, the National September 11th Memorial opens in New York City. Join us to honor, remember, and reunite. To learn more or to reserve your visit, go to 911memorial.org.
I've been in circumstances in my life when I haven't had access to music, and that's been very difficult. But I remember everything I've heard, so I can play it back.